Welcome back to Strength and Health for Life, where we talk about how COVID has changed our eating habits. Hello. Welcome to day 102 of our wellness journey together. Before we begin, we ask that you smash that like button down below, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell to receive all alerts, and watch the video all the way through. Also, if there are any topics you'd like to see in this channel, please leave your suggestions in the comment section below. I'd like to point out that it can be hard to get new subscribers and more views to grow this channel, and I need every one of you to help me out. So if you wouldn't mind sharing this channel with everybody that you know and encouraging them to like and subscribe, we would greatly appreciate it, and I thank all of you for sticking with me. So today we continue our series on how COVID has changed the face of the health and fitness world, possibly forever, by talking about how it's changed our eating habits. Some of this information may not come as a shock, but I bet some of it will. The first thing we'll talk about is why all these changes happened in the first place, and then we'll get more into detail about what actually has changed. But before we do, I just want to ask you one question. How has COVID affected you financially? COVID didn't just affect the health and fitness world, it also affected how we do business and how we work. Many people have lost their job and no longer feel financially secure. And those of you that didn't lose your job are aware of how fragile your position is. That's why in this new world we need to take control of our own income and our own time to generate the security that we're lacking. Because no one can fire you if you're your own boss. So if you'd like to take control of your own income and time and generate security like I am, then take action now and click the first link in the description to learn how. So the key to all the changes that COVID has done is because of the lockdown. Many stores were under restrictions or closings. This limited the availability of food. People couldn't go out to restaurants because they were closed for the longest time as well. Because eating is so essential, unless you want to starve to death, people have found different ways to meet that specific need. Some of the changes that occurred are good, but others are not quite so good. So here are 4 ways that COVID has changed our eating habits. Number 1, more cooking at home. This one's kind of obvious, but it still shows a shift in our eating habits. Obviously, when people are locked in at home, they're going to spend more time cooking at home because it's just more convenient and a lot safer than going out. This has been a good side effect, however, because when you cook at home, you can control exactly what you're eating. With a little bit of research, this can actually be the healthiest way to prepare your food. It also tends to be cheaper in general. This was a healthy move overall, but as you'll see later on in the list, this was not necessarily the case for everyone. Number 2, snack foods. That's right, the data shows that 1/3 of Americans have increased the amount of food that they snack on. Less than 10% of Americans have stated that they've actually reduced the amount of snacking. But snacking isn't inherently good or bad for you. It completely depends on what you're snacking on. So then the question is, what are we snacking on? That's where it becomes bad. Because the data shows that the number 1 growing snack products are the salty processed products. Which is understandable because, as we stated in a previous video, they're engineered to taste amazing. And the reason why there's an increase in snacking is because snacking tends to lower stress. And amazingly, the demographic with the largest increase in snacking is young adults and teens. Because being cooped up causes stress and frustration. And I believe more and more people are starting to realize that they're stress eaters. In fact, during the lockdown, cookie sales increased by 147%. Which means if another lockdown is instigated, we can probably expect the same kind of growth. Also, these habits are hard to break once lockdown is over because now we've created new eating habits, and in order to get rid of them, we have to replace them with good habits. And that takes both a self-conscious effort and determination. Number 3, healthier food for meals. This is just a complete paradox. Apparently, people have seen fit to eat healthier meals but have junkier junk food, which they completely negate each other anyway. But it shows that people are aware of what foods are good to eat at meals. It's just more proof that engineered food may help with your stress, but like I said before, it's horrible for you. So people need to begin eating for snack food the same type of foods that they eat for meals. And I mean like vegetables and fruits. Number 4, heavier reliance on processed foods. Now, the other side of the coin for this is that more and more people are relying on processed food. This is due to the fact that many people's food budgets have been lowered as many people have lost their jobs or seen a reduction of income in their households. And even though it should not be more expensive to eat healthy, for some reason it still is. This increase in the reliance on processed foods will see a lot of people suffering the effects of food additives. For those of you interested in exactly what I'm talking about, we did an entire series on food additives. Click the ribbon right here to go see for yourself. And as further proof, I'll talk about some of the data that they've received based on searches. So ever since the lockdown, there's been a reduction in searches for hotels, theaters, parks, and resorts, with an increase in Netflix, recipe, cake, and Nintendo of all things. But as it pertains to this video, you see a severe reduction in searches for restaurants. And at the same time, you see a severe increase in the searches for delivery. Which leads me to the bonus change number 5, increased dependence on food delivery. And I don't just mean groceries, I'm talking fast food and restaurants being able to deliver to your home. Because of that, we've seen an influx of people ordering from fast food as well. And fast food is horrible for you. It just happens to be one of the reasons why Americans are obese. This also happens to be one of the bad changes in how we eat. Overall, I think the changes can be good if they're used properly. But that doesn't necessarily seem to be the case. The more stressed people are, the more they eat. And unfortunately, I believe we'll probably see another spike in obesity in this country because of that. But that's yet another good reason to have this channel. To help not only prevent you from gaining even more weight, but also to help you lose weight should there be another lockdown, or just to help you lose weight in general. And also to keep you healthy and focus on wellness in general as well. But the number one key to any kind of success, whether it's health, wellness, weight loss, or even financial and relationships, is having someone to talk to. Because you need someone to talk to help keep you motivated and accountable, otherwise you may slip off the bandwagon. And once you slip, it's super hard to get back on. So, if you're looking for a weight loss community to help keep you motivated and accountable, or maybe you're just looking for someone to be there for you along your weight loss journey, please follow us on Facebook and join our Facebook group. Those links are at the bottom of the description. With all that said, stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next video.